What is up, legends? We are back in Tribe 9. All right, so I was issued a question on pretty much 2 or 3 days ago. A person was like, I'm getting kind of bored. Like, what could I do waiting for the patch? Taking too long, everything else. For one, chill. Like it was they literally just announced it and then like 6 days later we get in the patch. Like what, the 13th? 2 days from now that you actually seen this video. For what I am actually doing is slowly. I haven't been hardcore doing it, maybe like an hour or two a day. I've been leveling all my characters that I want to level anyway. So you see, we got Minami at 43 right now. We got Aroha at 39. Simba, of course, was my first 50. And then she got the Sailor Moon outfit now, thanks to the XP game. Thank you, XP game. We have Gotanda at 50. We have Nuiki at 50. We have MC at 50. Roku's 48 because it don't matter. Roku be a god if he's level 30 anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Vita is at 40. And then everybody else is just like bench squad that ain't never seen the light of day. They never. so, um, so that's what we got about. Well, 8 characters, relatively useful that have gear on and everything else like that. Chilling. So another thing that you can actually do is you can run the map, which is something that I have done. And the reason why what I mean by run the map is pick up every chest that you see, pick up every item that you can see because there's all extra stuff and you're gonna need it. Remember that we are not at end game. This is just where the game stops. There's a difference. Cause I see a lot of people saying like current end game and everything else like that. In chapter 2, dog, then this ain't end game. This is just where the game stops. Like because I even was starting to say that, and I said, you know what, this isn't end game, and Fractal Vice isn't end game either. That's just where we're stopped at right now. We have our next content coming, and the tension cards are going to be actually coming in. So that is where all the interesting things starts to happen because there is a actual sink in this game, and it's your Kane because your Kane will run out. Like you see where I'm at. My TP is crazy right now, but my Kane is sad. I ain't even at 100K, dog. I'm broke, and that's mainly because you have to limit break characters. You have to actually spend on your tension cards and everything else like that. And I actually stopped doing it when they said they were going to change and update how the tension cards work. I stopped leveling all of them. These cards have been like this for like a week when they announced that because you don't know what's going to be really good and what's not going to be really good. So I'm just not going to just waste like Kane when I can just like I know my character's scaling up is going to be good. I know other things are going to be good directly right away. Granted, you could convert, but I rather just do it on something that I know is not going to be like bad. Basically, not that these are going to get worse, but there's going to be things there's going to be like god tier because they're no longer going to have any type of tension cost in them at all, and that's going to be amazing. That's why I haven't done any tension guide because I know somebody was like, what builds are you using? I literally have been, this is the same stuff that you've been seeing me do the entire time. I had this build for 2 weeks now. With Strike Zone giving me unity into full party, and I use stimulation for clinical. I use ejection. That's the shield. Some of you ask me a lot on where that shield is coming from. Where I literally start to fight with it is because if I shoot the enemy and I get enough of the tension, the shield starts automatically off the bat. So I literally get ejection, full party, and strike zone right off the bat, and then stimulation just pops up on its own with the healing, and then I use Beyond Death. Sometimes I'll take Beyond Death off and we'll put on Rebellious Spirit because when granting a shield, which you see I start with the shield already off the bat, that gives me this extra defense. This I don't think overlaps with this, so I just mix it. I just will take them off. So even with me taking it off, I still have like a way to actually if somebody somehow dies, I will still keep it. In fact, I should naturally be having that on right now because it just makes things easier for the most part. this one right here. Yep. And when I'm building characters, it's funny because I'm still literally trying to build this stupid card that, and it just the shark card comes out a lot. I don't know why Diver is like that. Devs, please, devs. Like, why does that take so long? It shouldn't. I fought this thing 200 times, dog. Like that shouldn't be a thing. Oh, why do I have you? I was on the wrong person. I'm on DPS mode Simba right now. Can you break, sir? Thank you. Now the reason why I keep fighting Diver is one, you want to change it up. You don't want to do the same thing all the time. I've been in Fractal. I'm tired of looking at Fractal Lights, yo. About to flip a table. Oh, he didn't come after me. And I like the music in here. Oh, no. And of course, like I said, I want the card. And he gives a massive EXP for somebody under 40. So you can just continue to just beat his ass real quick. He gets a bit more annoying here. Really? Okay. I need to get away from here. Thank you, Oi. Damn. Too late. There you go. I'm actually hoping he gives me the card like this fight for YouTube. That's why I'm doing this in front of you guys. He's so annoying. Too early. Oh, I didn't know I had my field behind me. My bad. That almost hit me still. Oh, that's messed up. He hit me with a cross up. Huh? Another break? Too early. Uh-oh. What? Thank you, Oi. Reposition. Guess I was too far away. I was say you ain't dead. Give me the card. 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 Don't be a jerk. Also, the other reason why I'm doing this is that I want to actually show you the EXP gain. He's about to be 40 though, so that's about to go away. No card. 4,800. That's why I keep fighting him. Like now it's not gonna do that anymore. Now that she's 40. I've been doing that with all the characters. Just been dragging them into the fight. Even if they die, it don't matter. It's just like massive. And then of course you have the chance to get the item that you can use in trading, or you get the card, which there's a reason why I'm trying to get the card. But it's like that's what devs. I know you're watching me. Like specifically devs. Like why 200 times? No card, really? Let me just show you how not kidding I am. Dog. I have this many, and I've been upgrading characters. That's how many times I fought this character. No card. I'm just saying. Shark came out 4 times. What's going on with Diver? That rate is way too low. 100% way too low. Please. So as far as running around, actually in the overall world, like I said, come in. I'm literally, I see it. There's a chest over there. I'm literally like, I would go someplace and think that I have found all of the graffiti. You also level characters over time doing that as well. And I'm finding graffiti that I thought I had found already, and like, holy crap, that's like actually graffiti. Like, there's a few of them that are interesting, to say the like. This is obvious, but there's a few of them that are like, damn, that was actually graffiti. Like they're like optical illusions, and it's like a really good job. And of course, doing your dailies every day, and then whatever leftover quests that you have. And even still, like I've actually talked on the DMs, and like even yesterday I got a quest from the DM. I'm like, huh? I thought I talked to you guys already. Like I thought I was good on that, but nah, you still can get quests from there, which I was kind of like shocked. And there's no reason like not to just run around now for the most part, because most of the stuff is going to run away from you, and you just easily just going to be picking stuff up. And obviously we're going to be at the next tier of things. We're going to probably get the next map to run around in, the next story. And there's no reason for you to, at this point right now, even if you're not at my level, to just keep continuing to keep build resources, because this is what's called the sweet spot, and it's really good. And it's to your best interest, because what you can essentially do, and what games allow you to do if they are really well built, is allow you to be at the point where you build resources so you're not ever scrambling for resources. And that's extremely good in a gacha game, that if you have enough like currency, Akane, which I don't, but if you get to that point where whenever anything actually happens, you're just literally picking up stuff. And when new content comes in, you're like, bam, oh, the new character's here. I got the new character, bam, I'm gonna just build him immediately to max level, and you good, because you have everything. You just you're at that point where nothing can essentially mess with you, or you don't feel that you need to struggle to get resources and stuff like that. Now, I'm Kanye wise, I'm still struggling, but I won't be for the most part, because I have a lot of characters actually built. The main characters I want to use are actually already built for the most part. And the other thing that you can actually do once you get to the point is you will notice. I smacked this guy in the face real quick. I go out the map that I have these up to 29 right now, because I actually don't physically need to limit break anything right now. Most of my characters are good or where they're at right now. So this is at 29, which means I'm overlapping now. And what you can do is you can just do one dungeon a day, like one rift a day now, to make it so that don't overlap. And now on your dailies, you can just go after Kane and not go after the boosters, which is specifically what I need in general. Or you can go after TP if you need TP, and that will balance out everything for the most part. And you start getting to the point where you have enough Kane, basically, because you're sitting there. Now, granted, we only got 3 more days, to be chilling like this before we're gonna get the next content loop. And then tension is going to start being a thing where you're gonna start having to level your tension cards. But it's definitely some good stuff that you can do for right now to give you a little bit of a buffer. The more and more that you do this and you linger, the better you are in the long run to have a buffer to basically be able to handle whatever the game gets you. And so you get to the point where no matter what happens, you're always going to have the buffer. That's what basically trying to get you to at the end of the day. And the more disciplined you are to actually do this, the bigger that buffer gets, to the point where that no matter what happens in the game, you're just always going to be ahead of the curve, which in turn saves you money, which means that you can start going after the things that you want. And that's why that saves you money overall, because you're going to have currency, you're going to have Kane, you're going to have things built, you're going to have characters that are going to just basically be OP. You're going to be able to do all the content in the game, even if it comes in like hard, you'll be able to struggle like maybe an hour or two, stuff like that. But you have unlimited resources because you grinded and did all this stuff right now. And that's what makes the games fun. Arguably, people are like, it's boring, because essentially what you're doing over the long-term point is you're basically building yourself into a whale without whale spending. That's how you pretty much beat games like this. Your time actually does end up being just like spending money, which time is money, and that's essentially what I'm trying to basically teach you right now. So as far as answering that person's question, like what do I do as far as this is this, I literally do this, but I'm on keyboard and mouse right now, but I won't do it on keyboard and mouse. I have a PlayStation controller and I have an Xbox controller. I'll use one of those controllers, plug them in, and I'll literally just be playing it and looking at other things and spamming. For the most part, these characters are at the point where they can actually take care of themselves a little bit right now. So I literally can just use Simba and stand in the back and spam, or run over enemies for the most part and not even have to actually fight, because the way the system is now, you literally can just run over enemies basically and they'll get one shot. You ain't gotta even look at them. Like, you just, as soon as you see an enemy, like bam, okay, you gonna run from me? Nah, you ain't running. Give me your stuff. You even get boosters that way. Now I don't think boosters can overlap. So you may have to eat a few boosters, like just go into a dungeon a few. It doesn't take too long, especially you have a built up character, especially like if you're main, if you have a DPS main. I'm using Simba like she's a DPS main because she's Simba, she just do everything. And I have her right now in DPS mode. So it's kind of like, yeah, and then Oi is actually healing. I'll put her back into heal mode when the Oi reaches 50, and then I'll move on to the next characters for the most part. But no, it's fun, it's relaxing, more cathartic, if anything. It's cathartic. I won't even say necessarily that it's like super fun, because eventually, people will just get bored doing stuff like this, which is why we have the content coming soon. But I definitely want to reach out and let you guys know what I was doing. Like, I just didn't stop playing. This is just, I don't really have any guide or anything to talk about right now, because stuff is about to change, and I don't like making double videos and having to go back and be like, well, this is the sequel. I don't know. Scion don't do that. Scion like making one video and it stick. So with that said, that's all I got for you guys. This is what I'm doing right now. I literally walk through both maps like this. Not every day, but for the most part, I have been doing stuff like this, building up stuff and getting resources. And thank you to the devs for making the takedown, because that just made it so much more smoother and faster. I could just run through the map and pick up all this stuff and build Kane, and just like, if I want to spend on something, just go do it and stuff like that. Cool. You also level the characters a little bit over time too. Catch you guys next video. Peace. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.